Oblast webinar. I think this is our fifth. Welcome to the Oblast webinar again. I think this is our fifth or sixth Oblast webinar. And each week it keeps getting better and better for me. I do want to make a quick announcement that I've got many people that have sent me many stuff through me, through Marty, through Julie, through Red, and I'm trying to keep it on a list in order. A lot of people are saying, you're not answering me. I see them all. I have to review all of them. A lot of them have to do with MLM products. I'm going to let you know right now, that's not something I'm doing. Okay. If you're selling health products, sell them, but that's not something that I want to promote. What I want to promote is ideas, solutions to help poverty. When O Market comes into play, you can do whatever you want. For now, we're keeping this Oblast. We're keeping this nothing but on passive. And don't get mad at me for saying that. There's a lot of great ideas, and I got a list a mile long. And each week I try to share one. I can never put two on here because I don't know how long one might, keep going. But I do want to ask you all a question since we got a couple minutes. Since Runa's not here. By show of hands, who knows who Ann Sullivan is? So we got. I knew Lynn would. Tony knew. Okay. So Ann Sullivan, if you didn't know, she was an American teacher. She's the one that actually taught Helen Keller how to talk. She's the one that basically gave a new life to Helen Keller. If you remember last week, I told you should go in and check out Helen Keller. You all failed. You got an E because not one of you checked out Helen Keller. Easy assignment. Listen, I love Google. Right now, I think I'm a genius, even though I'm not, but the things that I learned on the internet are amazing. So now I've seen the movie in Helen Keller, the book. I've seen stories about Helen Keller, but all we ever really hear about is Helen Keller, who by itself is a phenomenal woman. But the person that walked into her life was Ann Sullivan. Okay, and Lynn probably knows this because she worked with the deaf community for over 40 years. All right. If it wasn't for Ann Sullivan coming into Helen Keller's life, Helen Keller probably would have had a pretty bad life. If you remember watching the movie, she didn't follow direction. That she did whatever she wanted because they had no way to communicate with her. She ate with her hands. She threw things. And when this teacher came in to help, she was amazed. And what did she do? She helped her. She stayed patient. She worked with her. And you all know how Helen Keller, just what she did in her life. But if it wasn't for Ann Sullivan, that probably might not have ever happened. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what Oblast is all about. Looking for individuals like Ann Sullivan, like Mother Teresa, who truly care about people in the world. Man, there's a lot of Ann Sullivans out there. All right. I know a lot of you are Ann Sullivans that are doing things right now. And I think it's pretty amazing. But check the history out and just read about Ann Sullivan. Of course, Helen Keller is going to come up, but you'll find out some pretty amazing things like Ann Sullivan was actually going blind in the process. And she was teaching a woman who could not see, speak, or hear. And the amazing thing, not her biggest accomplishment, her most known accomplishment was teaching Helen Keller all these things. Okay. Kind of like, and I always use Ashman Farr. I don't compare him to anybody, but Ashman Farr is teaching us how to give. All right. He's also giving us a gift, which we paid $97 for. I get that. But to me, it's still a gift to be able to go out and share and help people. I say it every week. To me, that's what a passive's all about. It's about getting in the thick of things. All right. The world history has been messed up since the beginning of time. We all know that. And in my opinion, it's only gotten worse. Why? Because we allowed it to get worse. There's people that have done things that tried. There's still people that do things today that help a little bit. But understand this, my goal is to tackle everything that we can together. And not just as a company, but as human beings. Real quick story. I think I said it on my live the other day. I had a discussion with my mailman. He's actually a very good friend of mine. And he was telling me that in a certain part of Michigan, I won't say it, they shut down a mental health facility. Why? Because they weren't making any money. And quite a few patients went there from that area. What do? They shut it down because they weren't making any money. And that disgusts me. I'm sorry, it disgusts me. So the people in that area now have to travel very, very far to try to find the next medical facility. I mean, when do we start putting prices on people with handicaps or diseases? All right. It should never be allowed. The governments have trillions of dollars that they have stashed everywhere. If you ever hear about get a grant here, get a federal grant, and literally they're holding this money could all go to keep these facilities open. All right. That's one thing, guys and gals. One thing, because someone wasn't making money. All right. We need to change that. Not through governments, but on our own. As far as if you got something like that in your area and you've seen it start to go under when the apples are coming in, hey man, let's do a noblesse. I do not want facilities like that, especially for mental health, shut down because some person or some facility is not making any money. All right. So remember that there is all kinds of superheroes in this world. Most of us don't know who they are. Anne Sullivan, she was a superhero in my book. Mother Teresa, she was a superhero. The people on this panel that go out and help people every single day, you are superheroes. Your powers is you care, you love, you want to help. Can you imagine if we had 1,300,000 people that all thought about being like Anne Sullivan or Mother Teresa just for 1 minute a day, how much better this world would be. And the reason I'm saying that is because every one of us has a potential to do good. We already know how to do bad. None of us are clean. We've all done something silly or stupid through our young lives, maybe even our older lives. But I think, as we say in this company, the light bulb moment. The light bulb moment for certain individuals doesn't come on when it comes to helping people. There's a lot of people who live, they're 60, 70, 80 years old, and they don't really understand what helping someone is. They've lived their lives about me, myself, and I. That's the mentality I've never liked since I was a kid. Because usually the me, myself, and I people, they're mean and they're rude. Can they be changed? I believe they can be changed by helping one person, and it will change them. Now, is Runa on here yet? Do you know, Lynn or Julie?
Yeah, she's in the panel now.
Okay. So in a couple minutes, I'm going to hand it over to
Hello,
Runa.
I'm here.
Hi, Runa. Give me one
Hello,
second.
Chris.
I'm going to turn it over to you in 1 second, Runa. Thank you for showing up. And make Runa co-host if you can, please, Marty. So Runa is someone that I call a superhero. She's a doer. All right. We all know that we haven't launched yet, and we don't have the funding through Opless yet. Now, Runa has sent me multiple hundreds of pictures of what herself and her team has been doing to help P&G out with airplanes, airports. And it's an amazing thing. Mike's seen the pictures also. So I've waited, and it killed me because I wanted to show up, but the more I waited, the more she got done. She is my superhero because she's doing this pretty much with not a big group of people, literally digging with shovels, walking, bad weather, they don't stop. And this is what I want you to instill in all your hearts is never give up on something that you believe in. Runa and the P&G people in that region, they believe in doing this. They've reached out. They don't reach out and ask us for help. We've seen it, so we want to help. Michael, Engineer Mike, I call him. We'll call him Michael tonight because that's what he wants to be called. Michael, and I'll never say his last name. Say your last name real quick, Michael.
Ojongtandia.
Exactly. Michael O. Michael O. Has reached out to Runa, Robin Noble, Julie Wen, Marty DeGarmo, is the grand poobah of P&G. All right. P&G has been my heart light, my light bulb moment, everything. There's nothing in here about Impassive that when I first seen P&G, it blew me away. And that's when I really, really got involved with really wanting to do good because I'd see people that didn't have shovels, not machines, digging. Women, men, the pictures I've seen, like, wow, very strong. So Runa, you are my superhero. I appreciate everything you're doing. I'm now going to turn it over to Runa from P&G. Please give her your full attention. And if she gets done early, we can do questions and whatever you want. But I want to show you someone that's actually doing something about it, her community. And that's all I ask you to do, your own community. If each of us do our own community, we're good because we have everyone all over the world. So Runa, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please, if you need to share your screen, Runa.
Sorry. Hello, Chris. Thank you so
Sure.
much for having me on board on the panelist to talk about my projects. Unfortunately, my laptop is playing up and I can't use my laptop. I'm using phone.
That's okay. I expected that, Runa. That's okay. You go ahead and tell us what you've been doing, Runa. Runa, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Firstly, I would like to thank all of you. Good morning, good evening, and good night to all the founders around the globe. Thank you, Chris, for allowing me to share or bless my projects, for my projects. I am very thankful to our CEO, Ash Mufare, his family, team in Dubai, India, for brilliant teamwork. Because of you, the world will have
This is my biggest fear that her internet was going to go out. And I think we just lost her, didn't we?
She still seems to be here.
All right.
She's
let's
still
give her a minute.
connected.
If any of you
hello.
don't, there she is. She's back. Go ahead, Runa. We can see you.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Ash Mufare, you are truly a God-given genius through this very big multi-billion company on Perceive to save the humanity on Earth. I also want to thank all our unperceived great global leaders for the wonderful work, excellent work they are doing for us every day and night around the globe. Thank you. Before I talk about my projects, I want to give a brief story of myself and how I joined on Perceive. My name is Runa Rimagai. I come from a small village called Duranmin in Teleformin, Sandaun Province, Papua New Guinea. I am the only child in the family. When I was a little girl, my papa and mama separated and my father took me home, looked after me in the thick jungle, the remotest place in Teleformin district in Sandaun, PNG. When I was growing up, I saw my father carry me, cross the rivers, climb the mountains all my life with my grandfather and father in the village. That's how I see the struggles, hardship my families go through. I went to a school, but I did not go to any other further education, but just stop at grade 10. And then I started my own work, like stay in the village to do some research and all this. So I come across to a project called Airstrips in Papua New Guinea, especially in the remotest place in PNG, like where I come from. We don't have roads, we don't have the big rivers to get a boat and you can go to the villages. All these 47 years of independence, since independence, we all suffered. Since as I speak right now, we are still walking through the bushes. I've seen that and I come across to bring my projects to the world. Before I joined OnPassive, I joined a group, one of the platforms, which I joined with Terry Ojo, Penina, Arnold, and some other Papua New Guineans. And then it was my first time. They said, you can come with, register your projects, your family, your community, and then they will fund the projects for you to maintain your airstrips, purchase your aircrafts. So I joined. I spent more than 10,000 kina, PNG kina, out of my own pocket. I did not owe anyone, nothing. So how much I spent, and I went on to that platform. I brought my airstrip projects and purchasing of aircrafts, and I registered a local aircraft company as well. And that project I brought onto that platform. And Penina knows this project. Terry Ocho also know this project. Then all my money got lost. I did not get anything, nothing, not at all. Then I don't know what to do, where to go, where to get help. A thought came to me. You go online and search for millionaires and billionaires and get the contact details. So I went to few people. I wrote a project, wrote my project and send it to them. But I did not get any feedbacks from these guys that I sent my email to. Then in 2021, in February, Terry and the other PNC groups, we were on one Telegram group. So he introduced OnPassive to me. Even from 2018 to 2021, I did not hear or heard anything about OnPassive from any Papua New Guineans till Terry Ojo from France shared this business OnPassive to me. So I want to thank Terry for sharing this OnPassive to me, and I'm now a happy, proud founder for OnPassive. Okay, now I will talk about my projects called Runa's Dream Project. In my district, we have 26 airstrips, and right now only 8 are in operation. The rest have been closed, and people are still walking through the bushes. They carry their store goods, roofing iron, and other building materials. They walk through the bushes to build their houses. Because of that, I know that through OnPassive, they will help me, or Bless will help me to build my airstrips, maintain my airstrips, buy or purchase planes or aircrafts, build roads. We need to set up solar or power hydroelectricity system and good water supply for my community. In Papua New Guinea, the land of PNG, Papua New Guinea is owned by the people and not the landowners. Sorry, not the government. 97% of the land is owned by Papua New Guineans and 3% is owned by the state. So we Papua New Guineans, we come from different places, languages, customs, cultures, everywhere around Papua New Guinea. I am here representing my people, my family, my clans, my tribes, and population of 50 to 60,000 people in Telefomin district. The village that I come from, the population is 5 to 6,000. And still we are in darkness. There's no light for us. We are still walking. Nowhere for us to go. Get some basic needs, basic help like hospital, banking. If I want to get a plane, I have to walk miles, sleep in the bush. Sorry, I'm emotional. Sleep in the bushes, cross the big rivers, climb the mountains to reach the next outstation to get a plane to Okteri Mining, where I am right now. It's not close to my home where I come from. We all still walking through the bushes. That's why I'm here with all my projects presenting to Oblast on passive. On passive Oblast to to the well. So the well, the beautiful, hardworking founders around the globe can hear my cry, hear my help. They come in and help me. So right now, the desperate need for my people, very urgent and emergency right now is we need planes, we need roads, and we need to maintain all our airstrips for the aircrafts to operate. We cannot go anywhere. We cannot go out without or get any help, basic needs and services without the airstrips and aircrafts. We need power or solar system in the villages. We need good road construction, township, international airport to be built, good hospitals to be set up, big banks, shopping mall, schools. All these things are not in my place. Only 1 or 2 schools. They have secondary and high schools and secondary, but rest of us, we are still living in the bushes. Uplifting humanity through Oblast. Through Oblast, I registered my community and a local company, aircraft company, and business for the airstrip maintenance projects. I registered that 3 accounts for this so that it will help all my community, all my people to get good life and good living through Oblast on passive. Thank you, Ash Mufare. You are so kind enough. Your heart is full of love. God brought you up to this age to help a person like me from Norway, from the remotest part of Papua New Guinea. I have no one, no educated person or men or women who are with me to take my people to on passive for Oblast to help me. I'm the only one here for my people. I'm not here for myself only, no. I'm here representing my people. Whether do or die, I will die with on passive. Thank you. And I also would like to thank you, my special team, Chris, Robin, Noble, Michael Ochong Tambia for supporting my project. God will bless your heart and help you to live long on this earth, to help. We all help. We will help Ash Mufarah to end the poverty in Papua New Guinea. I want to thank our founders and ladies, Nancy Yangawi, the voice of PNG on Passive. She encouraged me and helped me a lot. And so when nakikita, your heart is full of love. Emily, Mary Carol, thank you for your encouragement and support. And Joe Rambari, David Bakau, the man himself, our chief of On Passive PNG, thank you. When I came on with my projects, he told me that you have to look for engineers. Engineers will help you to push your projects because your projects is for engineering. Thank you, David. Thank you. And many more leaders who are always with me in Papua New Guinea. Thank you, everyone. Chris, thank you for bless, bringing up bless that will help end the poverty. One more story from my young boys, young men in the village. Where I come from, they grow marijuana. They grow, they go out, they sell them, they get money, they go to school, far away places to find education. They go, but they could not, the school would not allow them, so they come back home and they are in the village. To end these things, poverty, I have to sacrifice and end this poverty or struggles to my people, my family, and generations to come. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Ash. Thank you for your family, Hyderabad team, and Dubai team. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Runa. Runa, we got a little, I'm glad we have a good engineer. That's our good friend. I text Michael to see if he can put some of those beautiful pictures of the work you've been doing on there. So Michael, if you make Mike co-host, he's going to share his screen, Runa, and you can actually talk a little bit about the pictures you've been sending us, because we kind of knew your internet was going to be a little goofy. So we came prepared. So Runa, number one, thank you for sharing that with us. I love you with all my heart. I'm getting many messages about how beautiful you are. And I want you guys all understand how lucky wherever you're at, you think you got it bad. Here's a woman walking through the bush trying to get things done, living in the bush. Okay. So Michael, are you co-host yet? If you can share your screen, and Runa, when you see these pictures, please go ahead and talk about it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Runa, go ahead, please. Can you
Runa,
see my screen, Runa?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can go ahead, please.
Okay. The first picture is my small village called Duranmin. We built our houses with bush materials and bush ropes to build our houses. So that's where I come from, my small village called Duranmin. The next picture below is my house, my own house. It was built in 2000 and it's already the house is already damaged, and I haven't built a house yet, still nothing, waiting for some good funds.
Does that look like cement, guys? Does that look like bricks? All right, these individuals are building this right from the jungle, literally. Michael, you got some more pictures you want to show us?
Yeah, Chris, I'm just going down. So I just wanted her to finish saying what she's saying. Then we'll go down a little bit. Let me go down. We got more. Rona,
Yes,
can you tell
that's
us
the
about-
MAF. That's the MAF is called Missionary Aviation Fellowship. Before the independence, this plane came to Teleforming area. It's a missionary aviation. They come and give service, provide service to the rural, remote places in Papua New Guinea, and Teleforming is one of them. And that plane is called, it's Twin Otter, and it left in 2017, left Teleforming and is somewhere in South Africa. And we are operating only the small 2 caravans in the area. And down below is my smallest strip where I come from. And the people cutting, they're gathering to cut the grass.
Is this where Chris Johnson said people are digging with their hands? Is that it?
Yes, that's Duran Min. I told them to maintain the strip. So they're
Okay.
using big sticks, cut and they sharpen it and they dig the ground and some spades and shovels. And they got the mud, the gravels, put them on the strip and they level the strip.
Wow. Okay.
You can see that the men and women, they carry the bag of mud. They put the mud, the gravels on the bag, and they put the 2 sticks in between them, so 4 people can carry the mud
Oh,
away
okay.
from the.
This is what is happening here, right? This is a picture right here. Oh, okay. Wow.
The top one, the top one where the smoke is going up, they cut the tall grass, and when it dry, they burn them.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Wow.
with bush knives and grass knives.
Here, Rona.
Which one?
Here, what's happening here, please?
They are digging. They are digging the ground, very strong ground down, and then they go to the mud area of the strip and they level them.
Are
Yeah.
people, if you look at it, they don't have tools. Look at what they do. They've dug and they've come to this big rock. They're putting the rock on sticks. These are the sticks on the ground, and they push it to take it from one position to the next position. That's what they are doing here. And this is what she says they're carrying bags. These are the bags here. They put the mud in it. Then they use it for transport. That's how they transport. 4 people, like she says, this 1 person, 2, 3, and 4 people. They carry the bag to the back of the mud that they used to go do backfilling. This is backfilling they are doing. Wow. Let's see if we'll have another one, Rona. Oh, that should be the end then. We're good. Let me see. Okay, right here, Rona. So if we can see from the picture, these people, this is still they want to transport the mud. So this guy, they have like a container over here. It's like a plastic container or something like metal.
No, Mike, sorry, Mike, it's a wheelbarrow.
Oh, this is a wheelbarrow?
Wheelbarrow is broken and they cut the cane rope and they tie it around. Tied it so they can put the mud on the wheelbarrow and they push it with the cane rope.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Then here, What are they doing, you know?
They are collecting mud, ground.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Michael, I noticed Robin's got her hand up. Robin, do you want to say something?
Yeah, oh, Robin, go ahead, please.
I would like to help and add to some of this.
Okay.
40 kilos that we saw previously that Runa was talking about. First of all, Runa, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. But 40 kilometers is approximately 88 pounds that they are carrying to move the dirt and to clear the roads and to help move the area to clean it all out. Runa confided in me some months back about her projects. And when she showed me the presentation, she went into detail about the people that she actually contacted around the world, affluential, influential people, people with affluence, people with connections, who did not respond to her projects to help these people and to help her communities. It's very, very sad. And one day you may know who they are. And it's embarrassing because for all the talk that they put out, they didn't have the courtesy to respond to a lady taking on a situation to make it better for her people, for the country. Runa put this plan together and has done this for quite a while. This has been a dream of hers, and she has it down to the most current pricing of what it will cost to purchase the machinery, to purchase the airplanes, to pay the workers, to bring over the engineers. And this is where being able to help her, support her, listen to her, and help her bring this forward is such an absolute joy and pride because of this one lady so concerned and having lived this her life, and they still walk through the mud, through the mountains, through the waterways. And she meets her people to tell them about OnPassive and to bring them up to date. They walk to meet her. This is the type of person that we are working with and who is in OnPassive. Absolutely exquisite from the heart, the true symbol of Obless, and just wanting to be there to make a difference in people's lives. Knowing what is possible, knowing what they deserve, and knowing what they can accomplish. Simple things like running water, electricity, schools, a medical facility, airplanes to make it safe for people to commute and make sure that the food and the medicines get to where they are needed. So, Runa, I stand up to you. I applaud you. I think you are absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for coming forward to speak with Chris. And Chris, thank you so much for making this happen. Mike, your support from an engineering technology aspect, I know this will move forward. So proud to be working with all of you and to be associated with this together.
Thank you, Robin. Appreciate that. Mike, do you have more pictures that you want to show? You're good.
I have some more, like some people, the people from the village.
Let's show them, Mike.
Yep, these are Runa people. They come from the village every time where she lives in Teddy Mine. When she has an opportunity, she always invite them to come so that they can listen to webinars. Most of the time, I have tried to talk to them, mentor them many times. Even technically, I've had working sessions with them to try to teach them. So they come all the time and be with Runa here, and she will call me and I'll talk to them. I'll book a session and we'll go through the back office. I'll teach them a lot of things and they're happy with that. So that's how they congregate together to see and they listen to presentations that are, especially the ones that are done, the corporate ones. They listen to them a lot just by coming together. They walk for like 3 or 4 days to meet Runa where she is in Teddy Mine, and they'll just go there. Some of them, when they want to register as well, that's what they do. They walk for 3 or 4 days to go to Runa. Then she had an occasion with them. She brought them to a restaurant, all of them. Some of them, they had like lunch here. You see how happy the founders are. The means of transportation, how they used to do it is, they usually used to go to, they will go to some places. They'll go to some places, then, oh, I was not sharing my screen, no? Oh, sorry.
Mike,
No,
I'm saying-
we see you, but not the screen share yet.
Okay, surely I was showing, I'm like, okay, these are the pictures, sorry, I was showing. So these people, like I say, these are the people, Rona uncle and the people, yeah, they come together, they congregate, they walk up to her, right up to Teddy Mines where she is, just to listen to webinars. So like I say, when they come like that, she will call me, then I will talk to them, educate them. Technically, we'll go to the back office, they'll see how we'll manipulate with some of those things and they will try to learn them. And they are very willing and ready to learn all the time. That is the amazing thing about them, you know? So then she had an occasion, she took them out. They had it in this restaurant, they had some pizza and all of them were happy, you know? And actually, I just want to applaud everybody like Chris and Robin who made me to know Rona. Actually, when I used to go to PNG webinars, I met Rona at the time, she had just 5 people in her team. So every time when I go to PNG webinar, I talk a lot about Duramin. That's where she's coming, that's her village. Then she's coming from Teleforming district in the Sundown province. So Sundown province is a province, Teleforming district is a district, then her village is Duramin. So all the time when I go there, I used to encourage the people to register under her, so that they can make a big population. Rona have up to like 70 people now on her team. And so with 70 of them, it's a big thing, you know. They can go a long way to develop that place. Then, like we say, Robin and myself and Chris will getting resources together to really help her. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, brother, for doing that. Runa, I think you're still on here. If you're still on here, Runa, I know about a month ago, it's not always sunny in Papua New Guinea, folks. It does a lot of rain. And I know one individual, if I think it was the right, he slipped and fell and broke his hand. Can you tell me what's the closest medical facilities for the areas they're working from, Runa? What's the distance for that person to get from if he needs medical assistance?
The closest place to get medical attention is in Oktedi Mining, where I am. So they have to walk from Teleforming district, where I come from, all the way, climb the mountains, walk for 2 to 3 days, and then reach here in Oktedi to get medical help.
There it is, folks. Now you understand why I got this big heart for Papua New Guinea. I believe this gentleman here he broke his hand. He slipped and fell in the mud because they're not like us where we have, safety courses and someone saying you can't do that, OSHA standards. These individuals are digging with their hands, walking through some stuff. Whether they have barefoot shoes, it don't matter. They're walking on rocks, mud, sludge, digging up everything they can to make this runway acceptable. The thing that she's trying to do is those runways are the life support for PNG to get people out that are really hurt. We've had quite a few Papua New Guineans pass away because they were so far from a medical facility and they couldn't get there. That breaks my heart. All right. PNG is not asking us to fly them all over the world. They're saying, we got the people that want to do this. All they really need is the funding to get these airports back up and running, airplanes, helicopters, roads, right? I think what it was, 4 or 5 months ago, it could be longer. There was a 22-year-old woman, a teacher, who fell ill and she passed away because she couldn't get to a medical facility. Think about if you ever broke a bone in your hand and you had to walk. You didn't get picked up by your mom or your dad or your neighbor, you had to walk through the bush, the jungle, through sludge, mud, get in a boat to get that hand taken care of. Think about that for a second. If you ever broke a bone, you know how painful that is. So Papua New Guineans are real clear when I go to their Papua New Guinea webinars, especially Nancy, is they could do it all. They just need the funding. All right. They're the properties that they live on are probably the most natural, richest resources in the world. But once again, that, you know, that G government, I always say, they don't respect their own people. Well, and passive respects all people. And that's what Oblast is going to do. All right. I'm not against the government. We need a lot of government regulations for a lot of things, but I don't see them helping in the last 100, 200 years too much. But I see someone like Runa and what her drive is, her passion is to get out and actually do this. She doesn't have any funding right now for what she can collect. I think in the last couple months, I think 2 airplanes have crashed because of bad weather, poor landing conditions. And it's really sad. And the real sad part is this is one area in the world that we know about now because Runa brought it to our attention. There's many other countries that have absolutely horrible conditions like this. And it's up to each one of us to find those. Look for the people, look for the countries that need help. All right. Papua New Guinea is #1 on my list. Everyone knows that. Because of this. All right. Now, Runa had no idea where she was going to be born, right? But you know what? It never stopped her from doing what was right. It never stopped her from caring. It never stopped her from helping. And this is where she is today. All right. All we got to do is once we launch is get those blessings toward Papua New Guinea for roads to be built. Hey, man, America, we built roads through mountains. We knocked down trees. We dig tunnels. All that could be done in Papua New Guinea to help them. Hospitals need to be built. Schools need to be built. There's many things that can be done over there. We now, once we launch, are going to have the funds to do all this. Runa, the David, Nancy, they're all preparing for this. Runa's actually doing things now by hand, but they're preparing it through the laws, legalities, and that's what I ask everyone to do. Don't just say, oh, I found a piece of property, Chris, we're going to do this, because that's not how it works. Papua New Guinea is setting the example how to get things done through Oblast by starting now, checking everything out, getting people like Michael, who's got engineer background of phenomenal studies, getting involved with people like that. Papua New Guinea doesn't need us to go over there and do anything. But we're gonna, I don't care what they say, I'm gonna go over there and dig with them. All right. But I sure hope I can bring a big, if you notice those pictures, there's a man and a woman digging with a shovel, and right next to it are pushing that rock. And there's huge trucks that we use over here every day because we don't think about it because we have them. Imagine what 2 or 3 bulldozers or big moving trucks could do for Papua New Guinea. And those gals and guys, they don't stop. They work all hours of the night, rain, sun, it doesn't matter. Hungry. Why? Because they have the drive to help their people in their community. So let me see. Runa, I'm going to let Runa talk real quick. She's got her hand up, and then we'll start going to some of the questions. Runa, go ahead.
Thank you, Chris, for allowing me again. I just want to talk about the land. Where I come from, I have the land. Where what I want that place or that land to be developed is all secured. All my fathers, grandfathers, the clans and the families all trusted me, and they allow me to let the land free for the development, infrastructure, any services, constructions can take place. That's for my land alone. So the land has been secured already. And we won't face any problem. Like Papua New Guinea, when you go and touch the land, they will ask you for compensation. You have to pay this, do that before you do the road and other infrastructure. But where I come from, the land is free and it has been allocated for this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Runa. I love you. You know that. I love your heart. I love your drive. Okay, we got some hands up. Let's start off. It's going to be Dave, Michael, and then back to Robin. David, please unmute yourself, please.
Hey guys, I had this idea about what we could do as far as like stamping out poverty and food, water, and shelter. But I got inspired tonight and further expanded one of my ideas. Originally, it was desalinization. I got food, water, and power, and emergency shelters all included. I won't bore you, but with their situation, what I'm thinking is we could also have, like the shelter area double as a medical area, have a trauma hawk, that way when they need, God forbid, they need, serious medical attention like that poor fellow that broke his arm, they could evac him out, get him to there. Plus, we can do, I'm working on this idea that I want to, network through Oblast, give away the ideas so we can do this all over the place. But as far as developing their area, I mean, through Oblast, if we're all, and it's not like we're not going to have the money eventually, if we can all just, dedicate ourselves to $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever's in our heart, towards these causes, we can come up with, millions to billions of dollars that could buy all this equipment, and create this infrastructure and stop sleeping in the bushes. We can get the materials and really help them move forward as a team. We could really give them some serious help.
Thank you, David. Yep, that's what we're going to need, David. When we go to launch, man, there's a lot of things, a lot of great ideas that we're going to be able to assist Papua New Guinea with, whether they like it or not, because I got to get over there, because I don't want to see people sleeping in the bushes or living in mud houses or
I'll
stick
go.
houses. I know you will. All right. Thank you, David. Michael, please unmute yourself.
Okay, good evening again. Good morning, good afternoon, all our global leaders. Excuse me. I just want to acknowledge again some special people who contributed and created some accounts for Runa. I myself is one. We created accounts for her. Dr. Benny, Sister Bridget Kamsi, all of them are right here today, this evening. I just want to thank you people for, excuse me, joining your hands to raise up Runa for her project that is coming. So I want to appreciate you, Dr. Benny. I want to appreciate you, Sister Bridget Kamsi, as well. You people are marvelous. Your giving heart will never stop having more, and you will get more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to feed my dog here. Robin Noble, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Chris. The generosity and heart and love that pours into PNG from around the world is a true example of reciprocating what they are giving out to the rest of us. One of the very important things that we all need to be aware of is that, unfortunately, the government in that country has got its own challenges. And we need to unite as people outside of PNG, but also to unite with the people and founders in PNG to ask for prayers to protect them, to ask for God to watch over them in whatever belief you follow, because things can happen. And somebody like Runa and some of our other wonderful PNG leaders stepping out into the limelight to bring information about areas that they are wanting to improve upon can also put them in danger and can put people that they know in danger. So please, let's unite together in keeping them safe. However you believe in the prayer of your own belief, as well as to have and unite with the people in PNG to watch over each other to the best of their abilities. Because again, some are in the cities, some are in the villages, some are up in the mountaintops, and some cannot be reached at all. So we need to ensure that they are able to help each other, keep an eye on each other, watch over each other for their safety and well-being. So I just wanted to put that out there as well, because I know we're going to go into questions and there's a lot of wonderful things still to be said by Runa and by other founders. But PNG is very, very special. And having been there myself, I know what it was like. And I know the hearts of many of these people. I know the beauty of the land. I also know what is possible. Unfortunately, there is also the darker side, and there are times when that will take over, especially when good is being done, and especially when people want to make a difference for people in their living conditions, well-being, welfare, and that sort of thing. So please, let's unite together as founders from around the world, everybody who listens to this, to say a prayer to keep the founders and the people of PNG safe. And we also look after everybody who is doing things quietly in PNG as well. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Robin. Appreciate that again. Another PNGer will say, my beautiful sister, Mary Carl, can you please unmute yourself?
Thank you, Brother Chris, Lynn Nakamoto, Robin, Engineer Mike, Dr. Blessing, and oh, there she is, Julie, Bruce, Lily Lane. Thank you so much for this opportunity for me to speak. I'm from a different province to Sister Runa. She's from West Sepik, and I'm from the southern region. But I take my hat off to her for the courage and the strength that she has had all along since she was born. And now she's in a position where she's able to show her appreciation to her traditional families and her families of today. She's ever so helpful to them. I can reassure you of that. We share our page time to time. And I come from an area where going to our villages, we have proper sealed roads and electricity going there, but we just, we just lack proper water and sanitation and shelter for some of our people in our villages. But for Runa, she has come a long way, and that the interaction and the proactivity that she has created is really uplifting. And good on you, Runa. I praise God for you, my dear. And I will continue to pray. I wish to thank Robin for her words of wisdom. That is very true what she said. In a few months' time, our country is going into its national general elections. And by August, we should have a new government or a government for our country. And luckily, we do have a couple of people that are already members of On Passive that understand the On Passive plight. So we hope to work with them very closely. And those ones that are contesting now, for those of us who are able to influence our On Passive mindset, thinking, and the love, they are all ready to put up their hands to help us. So just to give some confidence to ourselves, but we hope to see a new government. And I don't really mind if they're listening now, but we really and truly need a government that cares for its people, that loves their people, and that can create better things in the next 47 years. So I also am very proud of Chris, Engineer Mike, and all of you, Dr. Benny, and the other nice lady whose name was mentioned. Thank you for your support to Runa. We truly appreciate everything that, or anything that can be given to help our people. We appreciate that. We're a country of 1,000 tribes. We're a country that stands together and backs each other up in our own traditional ways. So we thank you very much for that. Yes, with that, I'd like to inform our core leaders that we spoke about the name on passive or all bless in our little group. We've now changed that so as not to give any problems to anybody. So we've gone and selected names that are not connected with our brand names. So Chris, for your information, Marty, for your information. With that, I'd like to appreciate all of you for your time and everlasting love. We too share our love with you. God bless you.
Thank you, Mary. Well, let me tell you, I can't wait to sit down and have a cup of coffee with you, Mary. You can see the heart of Papua New Guineans. I mean, they're quite amazing people. And I never, ever would have known even about PNG if it wasn't through Impassive. And I'm very thankful for that. I've made a lot of friends on here all over the world, but these are real people that just really care. And Mary, you don't have to worry about the government listening because they've been listening to us for years. They really don't listen. So I pray that you guys get a great, I know David's running for something. I pray you get the right people in there. And I think it's going to be amazing. Mary, like I said, every day is going to be better for not necessarily for all of us older people, but the younger generation are going to reap the rewards. And God, I'll work real hard that they can do that. That a new family that gets married in Papua New Guinea and the child falls or gets sick, that they can just zip right there because the hospital's right there. The school's right there. That's stuff that I want to see. So Mary, once again, thank you very much. I love y'all with all my heart. Okay, Dr. Masagio, you would please unmute yourself.
Well, hi, everyone. Yes, I don't know if words are enough, but this was such a moving experience from Runa and now Mary topping it up. I had never understood much about Papua New Guinea. Now I appreciate why actually Chris Johnson, you are referred to as Mother Teresa. It's for projects like this. And Runa, you know, sometimes we think we have seen a lot, but you are seeing much more, actually. So your story is so moving and you are touching the hearts of many as an example of what you are doing there, actually. So I'm sitting here in my room and just embarrassed, you know, to say, we don't know so much in the world and so much is going on yet. And we are so glad for your courage and for your knowledge of your community and for the way you move resources without resources and finding strength in people where there may be no strength and finding tools where there may be no tools. I wonder what a difference you are going to make actually when Oh Bless blesses Papua New Guinea. You are such a diamond, you are such a treasure. We could just, I believe you have been encouraged a lot and motivated a lot through words. Basically, what we see here just needs action, not words like what I'm saying here. And so I just wanted to throw my bit to appreciate and say, words are not enough, but Oh Bless is on the way. And I bet we will know immediately when the campaign is about Papua New Guinea because it's on Chris' first list, and we will all jump in, I believe so. If it means traveling there to do hands-on, we will travel there to do hands-on. I'm so moved. So keep on. You are doing better than many. I mean, some of us may think we have made a difference in life. I am humbled. You have done way too much. Carry on. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Yeah, that's nice to hear. Especially when Mary was talking about, water, poor facilities. Not everyone in Papua New Guinea probably has poor facilities, but those villages and stuff like that are out in the jungles, it's a struggle, guys. Like I said, I can walk. You just see me walk 10 feet to go feed my dog. Right next to there is a sink. I get fresh water, hot or cold. Imagine not having those options. And that's really what they don't have over there. But I know my water is filtered, it's clean. So every time I think I'm having a bad day, I think about people in Papua New Guinea. I think about people in Africa, all right, who don't have water, who have to wait till it rains to get water, who don't live in a brick house, who lives in what they call mud houses. So when you're thinking you're having a bad day, just remember, just think about those people. Your mindset will change that, man, I don't have it so bad. So thank you, Doctor. Tony Monk, my brother, please unmute yourself.
Hi, Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
All righty. I can't get my camera on for some reason, so as long as you can hear me, that's good. Aruna, thank you so much. This is Tony Monk. We appreciate your heartfelt story. It's absolutely amazing. It reminds me of my humble beginnings when I was a child. I was born on an island called St. Michael's Island, San Miguel. And we also struggled as well. We had an outhouse outside, so we didn't have fresh running water from taps. We had a well, that kind of stuff, but we didn't struggle like you did. I really do believe with all my heart that UNPASSIVE is the solution to these problems that we're having worldwide. Your dream will come true. It will come to fruition because we have brothers and sisters here in UNPASSIVE that care about your dream, and we have the resources as well to make your dream come true. And it will come true, I can guarantee you. The next generation that's going to be coming up after you, you're going to be a history to that generation. They're going to learn from the struggles that you went through. They're not going to be going through the same thing you're going to be going through. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as UNPASSIVE is concerned, and Ash Mafar running UNPASSIVE, we will make sure that we get everything that you need and the infrastructures and everything that we take for granted here in the Western world or North America. We take things for granted. I go to the kitchen, I run my tap and water comes out of the tap. I don't have to go 25 miles to go and get water, and that type of thing. So sometimes we take it for granted and we don't realize how good we have it until someone like you comes around and lets us know, bangs us on the head and reminds us that, hey, there's people out here still struggling. And thank God that you're here as a founding member because you are one of our sisters and we love you dearly and we will make sure that your dream comes true, okay? So don't you worry. I'm sorry it's taken this long, but it's just going to take a little longer after we go into hard launch. And believe me, things will start to move, Runa, okay? So just keep the faith. You're a wonderful person. I love you. Mary, thank you so much for saying what you said, and everybody else that actually spoke as well. Thank you so much. This is Tony Monk. I'll pass you back to Chris there. Thanks, Chris. I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you very much, Tony. Very inspiring words. Yep. We take things for granted over here. That's no lie. We all do. Even people that came from those countries that live in America, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can see Bridget shaking her head up and down. I do, she says. I read lips. So be careful. I can read lips real good. So thank you, Tony. Gladys, please unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, everybody. Runa, my sister, you are a hero. You are already doing it. All that you are doing, you are one of the people that Ash started Oh Bless, so that he can get more people like you, people who can carry the vision. You know, when I saw, first you spoke, your speech, you know what you said was already moving. But when I saw the images, the photos, I remembered how many things we take for granted. I thought we had problems in Kenya, but that's just too much on your end. And I know that that's where we are here. All the people in this meeting, that's why we are sitting here. It's for such vision carriers like you, so that we can hold hands and work together and make dreams come true. The men and women I saw working so hard. I thought I'd seen people working hard, but you just took me to another level. You are a hero. And when I did my first presentation to Papua New Guinea, I said I was looking forward to come to Papua New Guinea to do something. I want to get my hands dirty. I want to get in that mud. I want to be part of those people doing that. Thank you so much for this. And Chris, thank you for bringing such stories alive. This is a live example that we have seen, and I'm sure that it has changed our perception of things. Thank you so much, Luna. Love you. Wish you all the best. Papua New Guinea, we are together. We are one family. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Gladys.
Gladys.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Hey, I want to say something in a very nice way. I'm doing this because I care just like all of you. I thank you guys. All right. I don't never need to be put up here because I'm not. I'm way down here. I'm in the mud, and that's where I want to stay, because that's where real people are. They're down below. No matter how much money that I make in my life, I will never be one of those people, and you know who I'm talking about. One of those people are the people that don't care, that think about themselves. So I thank every one of you. You are all the Mother Teresa's. I know what Gladys has been through. I know what Joanna Kick has been through. Mary, Runa, Bridget. I've heard Julie Wen. I've heard your stories. Actually, Julie just texted me and said she was crying because this is bringing back memories of how she grew up. Okay. And I said to her, because I was thinking out loud, and I told her, stop crying and do something about it, which I already know she was doing, but I was thinking out loud and I put it in words. So Belly Girl, you can hear my dog. He gets crazy. Joanna or Gladys, thank you very much. I always love to hear you talk. Joanna Kitka, if I said that right, Kitka, I think you're from I'm pretty sure you're from Papua New Guinea. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone who is here. Thank you for putting this platform out. We are so blessed. Thank you. I'd like to say a little few words here. Telefomen, Durimin is only a peak of an iceberg of what the rest of Papua New Guinea is like. That I'd like to point out. We are so thankful. And I personally believe it is a prayer answered by God to bring a man like Asma Farah in times like this. Is a rescuer. God, through the power of his spirit, is using Asma Farah to touch humanity, especially Papua New Guinea. When OnPassive was introduced to me, I didn't understand the whole concept of it because I'm not an IT person. I'm not educated to a level where I could understand what online business is all about. I didn't understand one bit. But I thank God for you all leaders. You give your time undividedly, coming on webinars and training us and explaining to us what On Passive is all about and Oh Bless is all about. That's where I learned so much that Oh Bless, On Passive, I would like to say it is a gift for Papua New Guinea. It is a real gift to Papua New Guinea. And we are almost 8,000 founders. And as I mentioned, Durumin is only a
Did we lose it?
I think we do.
Mm.
All right, if she comes back on, Lynn, if you can watch, see if she pops back on, we'll let her continue because I want to hear what she has to say. Emily, another PNGer. Emily, please unmute yourself, and if she comes back on, we'll let her continue speaking. Emily, go ahead, my dear.
Thank you, Chris. And hello, Lynn, and hello, everyone. It's really nice to be on. I just caught this part of the session because I was coming in from somewhere else. But yeah, I just want to say that Runa's story is a story of our lives here in PNG. Runa comes from a very district that's quite distant from any of the capital cities in Papua New Guinea. But even as close, I am from where Mary is from. And even where we are, and we are quite close to Port Moresby, which is the capital city, we have children who walk 4 hours to get to the nearest bus stop and then have to catch a bus there to school. And then in the afternoon, have to walk once they're dropped off at that bus stop again, have to walk another 4 hours to reach their homes, which many times is meaning, crossing rivers, climbing mountains and what else. So it's, look, it's the story of our lives here. What has caused this? Maybe our government. We are about to celebrate the 50th year of our independence. And we really have nothing to show for all the wealth and the natural resources that God has given to us. So it's rich, poor, or poor, rich syndrome. And we're just hoping, like we hope at every new election, that a new government comes in and that the new government remembers its people, which it hasn't in the past 50 years. Sad to say. But that's how it is. We read every day in the papers. There was a recent one that I just read of a young couple. The man was a medical orderly. They lived in a faraway station, not close enough to a medical center. They had a newborn baby, so they had to get in the boat and paddle as far as they could to the nearest medical center. But the newborn baby died on the way. And pregnant mothers who have to walk 8 hours to get to the nearest medical faculty, many of them lose their babies on the way. So what everybody is telling you from Runa, from Mary, from Johanna, and from myself is what I've said. It's the story of our life. You asked, Gladys asked the question, what do you think Oh Bless will do? Oh my God, there are 8,000 of us. And thankfully, we are spread right throughout this country, meaning that we come from each of the major regions of this country. And so with many founders there, and through this platform of Oh Bless, it is going to make a tremendous amount of difference to our people. I know of it, I'm sure of it, because where the government has failed, and it's principally the failure of government to provide services, very basic services, Oh Bless will be able to, we pray that Oh Bless will be able to help us give that service to the people who are so much in need of it. I do a school project with WaterAid, the International WaterAid, and we go and visit many schools in the very rural areas. And we try to teach them, because of the COVID pandemic, about the importance of cleanliness, about the importance of clean water, about the importance of hygiene and health. And really, sometimes at the end of the day, I stop and I think, well, what's the use of this all when they don't even have the most important commodity, which is water, running water. So all I want to say is, Chris, I'm glad. I'm so happy that Ash, someone like Ash, had in his foresight to create a platform like this, and someone like you who's got a heart for humanity to run it. So I just want to thank you all for your support. And as I said, I think it's working together. Everybody has their problems in every different country, and those problems are different. I know, but if we work together, I think we can achieve a lot globally as well. So thank you, Chris, for your time. And I wish everybody a very good afternoon.
Thank you, Emily. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to hear anyone talk about helping people. Now, you noticed what Emily just said. She didn't just talk about Papua New Guinea. She said, imagine what globally, what Obless is going to do. See, once again, a Papua New Guinean, they don't just think for themselves. They think about everyone. So I really love that, Emily. I appreciate you. And I love you for your words. Miss Marcine, boy, I know Miss Marcine's got something to say. Miss Marcine, unmute yourself there, lady.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, great leader. Aruna, you know, I cry for anything. So this one was a good cry tonight. My sister, my mother, you say it all. But guess what? Somebody said, sit down, relax, and enjoy. I got your back. That person, Mr. Ash Mufara. That's his name. He created OMPASIF for us. And the baby of the OMPASIF, the signature Obless. The signature Obless is represented by our godfather, Chris Johnson. We got you. Rona, we have you. Papua New Guinea represent the third world country. You know, everywhere we have situation, but your presentation has covered everything that Obless is all about. We thank you. We thank you for bringing us, opening our eye to the world to see what children, mothers, parents, grandfather are going through daily. This is real because we are real. It's not a fiction movie. This is OMPASIF. This is who we are, real company with real people. So whoever is watching us right now on YouTube, everywhere around the world, OMPASIF is real. Get yourself ready to join us because together we are going to solve this. If you are alone, you cannot do anything. But as together we are an ocean. You cannot move an ocean, but a little drop, you can find it on the ground and you don't see it. We have to share this YouTube. Push that button, share it. Sharing is supposed to be our motto. One founder, one family. Let us share. Let us share this opportunity. We are real people. This is the only way we can solve this. The government, they will not catch up. We will tell them, catch up if you can, because we are strong people. Stronger together, we will solve this poverty around the world. Thank you so much, Chris, for having me tonight. Thank you.
Marcine, if you can, I like that. First of all, Miss Runa had to go back. She's listening to us, but she's not on camera no more, but she's still listening to us because I believe she had to go back to work, but she is listening to us. Joanna, Lynn just let me know that Joanna is back on. If you'd like to unmute yourself and finish what you were saying, Joanna. Bruce, if you hold on for a minute, please. Joanna. Thank you, Lynn. Did we get her back on the panel?
Yeah, she's in the panel. I
Joanna?
asked her to unmute, so I'm just waiting for her to unmute.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back again. It's network is giving me problem here. It's cutting.
Go ahead, Joanna. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me on again. Just like I said, Durumin is a pick up an iceberg, and we are thankful for OnPassive and Asma Farah. It's a real gift to our nation. And we are a tribe of 1,000 people with different languages of 800 languages, but we are a nation. And we believe OnPassive will be the shining star for PNG. And projects will be rising up from all corners of PNG because of our 8,000 founders, like mushrooms. And we are so thankful that I only wanted to say that OnPassive is a gift to Papua New Guinea. And when Asma Farah said correction to corruption, I didn't think of anything else, but I only thought of correcting the corruption in PNG and going to leave a legacy for our people. And OnPassive will be the name for PNG to come up like shining stars. And I've been sharing with Rona at times, saying that even if other parts of PNG, we will be slow in seeing projects, I told Rona that Durumin will be the lighthouse for Papua New Guinea. That's what I've been telling her, and when we were sharing, because really those people, they don't have a road link. At least if we have a road link to Durumin and Telefoman, they would at least have the basic services, but there's no road link there. So we believe and we trust and we thank God for this time now that Telefoman will be the lighthouse for Papua New Guinea, through OnPassive and OBLESS. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you, Asma Farah. We love you all. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for coming, popping back on. We know how that internet works over there. We're used to it. We're always waiting for you. I think you guys are like bunny rabbits. You jump on, you jump off. That's okay. We'll always get you back. Thank you, my beautiful sister. And Marcine, phenomenal words. I didn't mean to cut you off there because I was excited that Joanna was back on, but Marcine, beautiful words from you as always. Bruce, let me see up. Bruce Gerstein, please go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you for all that you've done. And thank you for bringing us Runa today. I hope you can understand me. My voice is kind of crazy, but Runa, I want to tell you, first of all, I think somewhere within your heart, this was something you've been longing to do, but didn't know how to do it. But God has brought you OnPassive, because somehow or other, when we have something we really want in our hearts, we want to help, there's a way that God intervenes. I'm not talking about religiously, I'm talking about it in a spiritual way. But you reminded me of when, and thank you, Michael, for presenting all of the images that Rona could not get to us. Yes, you're very good for that. But it kept reminding me when I'm seeing all these people doing all these things about the Quakers in America and the Mennonites in America. And what they had was what was called born raisings. And when someone needs a born, people from many communities all gathered together and they built these barns and they put them all up. And when I'm watching you in a way that you're figuring what to do even when you don't have equipment, to use whatever that platform was that you brought the mod up with, that was ingenious. And I thought all the backhoes and things that were there. And I thought about how many, and you know, Joanna said a lot of things. I was thinking that with 8,000 members of UNPAS in Papua New Guinea, and this is a community, they will be like the Mennonites and be like the Quakers, and all of you will be able to help each other in the building of New Guinea and Papua New Guinea, making it what it will be, the paradise it can be beyond the paradise you know now. So I'm thinking about all the details that go on with that, and I'm thinking about, like, I have images in my mind, and one of the images is like having I just remember going to Bahamas in a very small plane, in a very small island where there was barely a strip of land. It didn't even look like the land, more like a forest. And I can see how you'll be able to do that through there when we can all get together and have the roads built and have everything cleared, and everything will work out perfectly, because a blessing is something that is divinely guided. This is something that is going to change the world, uplift humanity, uplift the spirit. The spirit of the Papua New Guinea people are amazing. You live in the most abject of conditions where you have so much joy within you, and it carries throughout all of us. And all of that brings us all hope. And all we have to have here is a hope and a belief that all this will be done. As Ashma Farah would say, it's done, it's done. And all we have to do is enjoy it and have fun. So everything will be more fun as we get together. One day I think Runa and Mary and David, you're going to see an entourage of people coming from all over the world just to help out in Papua New Guinea. We'll do whatever we can. So anyway, I bless you all. I thank you all for being who you are. I thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your dedication, your commitment to helping others. And beyond me thanking you, God thanks you and God blesses you. So anyway, I know there's more and more people want to speak. I know that I've been moved to tears. I know my heart is. As soon as I started seeing images, all these ideas kept coming to me. So I'll let those ideas stay in there and keep building. But I know that Miss Julie is going to be speaking next. So I'm going to say namaste. Thank you very much. God bless you all. And blessings and peace be under all of you. I love you all.
Thank you, Bruce. Once again, with your amazing words, brother, and your voice sounds fine. I think it's getting actually better. I appreciate you, brother, and I love you. Before I bring on Julie, it's about 20 minutes to 11. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hands off. So if it's all right, I'm going to end up with Richard Lemuth and try to get it right at 11 because I know people have to go to work tomorrow. And I don't want to take it. I don't want to lose people. I want people to hear. So, and I start it later because the people from the Bahamas are doing a webinar at 8 o'clock. And I want them to continue what they're doing because they're doing real good over there. So Miss Julie Nguyen, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Chris. Namaste, Bruce. I hope you're doing well. Listening to Runa and see the images truly brought me back to when I was younger, when I was in my early years, when my dad was not with us. You got to go back to the history, and I don't want to go there. It's taking too long. Anyway, truly brought me back there. Sleeping in mud houses and sharing bed with bugs, and your skin broke out and all of that. So I totally related to what Runa and Papua New Guinea are going through. I'm sitting here crying isn't because I'm sad. You will never see Julie cry when she's sad. When she's sad, she goes to bed, she go to sleep. I will never cry when I'm sad. I'm happy when I'm crying. I have so much passions that comes out and I cannot stop my tears. And so by saying that, by shedding tears on this, because I know we all will have the ability to help someone. And this particular project will be able to help Papua New Guinea and Bruna. And I wanted to thank Engineering Mike, Chris Johnson, Robin, everyone's that working behind the scenes supporting my sister Runa. Runa, sister, I love you. And I love what you are doing. You inspire us so much. You don't speak much, but every text messages, every messages that you send exude with love and passion on what you are doing. So I want to let you know, Sister Runa, and everyone that's supporting Sister Runa, please count me in. I will be there to help. I don't have the engineering brain or the word or the things that I do, but I will support you. And whatever that God leads me to support you, I will do it. All right. Milo and I have such an honor to interview so many Papua New Guineans, especially the women. I have to tell you, they're the strongest and the most determined and commitment to everything that they're saying. So sisters of Papua New Guinea, especially my dear sister Runa today, count me in whatever that you are doing. And truly, I love you and you inspire me. You bring that passion out of me again. And that's the reason why I cry. You won't see me cry when I'm sad, but when I'm happy and when I have that passion, I will. And truly, the story tonight brought me back. It wasn't because I'm sad. It was, I feel that I do have that ability to start helping people in that situation. And I experienced that. And because I experienced that, it made me who I am today. And I know there are a lot of people relating to me. And so sisters in Papua New Guinea and everyone around the world who have experienced the unfortunate right now, it's gonna change. All this will go away. It's going to be so much different. And thank you so much for letting me speak a little bit tonight, Chris. I love you, Papua New Guinea and sisters as well. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Julie Nguyen. Yep, I know. I've never in my life received so many texts. Just to let you know, Runa and Papua New Guinea and folks, everyone's crying. They're crying and my phone is starting to short circuit because everyone's sending me their tears. But you know, I think they're happy tears. Sometimes we got to remember the bad to make it better. And I know Tina was texting me. Janet Butler just sent me a real nice message. She's from the Bahamas. She's watching us on YouTube. She said, I can't wait to see what 8,000 founders in PNG is going to transform that country. They are truly going to be impactful. All right, she just got off her webinar. Said she helped a whole bunch of people. She's jumping on YouTube to see this. And what does she say? Right away, she thought about other people. This is why I love Impassive. This is the virus I want you to spread. Thinking about other people. Julie, thank you very much for your beautiful, kind words. And sorry, sometimes we have to say sorry to, we're getting reminders, but it's good. Look where you're at now. There was 2 other hands up before Richard. Where did you guys go? I probably said it wrong. I meant Richard will be the last one. Who had, Lynn, do you remember the 2? Oh, there you are. Mohammed, was there one more?
Jocelyn, I think. Jocelyn.
Oh, Jocelyn. Yep. Okay. Richard, I'm going to actually, Mohammed, you were before. So Mohammed, you go first. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. Could you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir. I can hear you.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Chris and all the other panelists, wherever you are around the world, I want to say thank you. it's been an honor just been on the journey here with you guys, learning every day, coming here, listening to all the amazing stories and the positive messages. For me, when it comes to our place and what our wonderful founder is doing for the humanity is that I came to Canada at a young age, at the age of 17, and I went back home after 14 years in Canada, and the environment that I was brought up in and what I saw, the different lifestyle, it was just completely amazing. People have to wait just to get water from the tap for like 4 to 3 days. And when these things open up and on bus have changed lives, one of the biggest goals that I want to do, like changes in that community, is to open sufficient wells and taps where people can have a potential access water to do their irrigation. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's a crazy idea, but that's something that I really want to do. And I always have the heart to help people, even though like I don't have much myself. I like to step up and put myself out there and be a helping hand and put someone's face, put a smile on somebody's face. I'm kind of breaking down. And it's really so dear and close to my heart, like me saying uplifting humanity, doing such a cause is so, so wonderful. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Mohammed. Once again, wonderful words. Mohammed, where are you from?
I'm from Canada right now, but I was born in Ethiopia, and I lived there since I was 8 years old, and I came here from a Kenyan refugee camp at the age of 17. Wow. And I'm really blessed to be in Canada. It's a wonderful country. There's so much opportunity. And like you guys said earlier, I just want to elaborate on that as well. Like we take so much for granted here. And, when you go back home or if you travel around a little bit, it opens your eyes and you see, how much little people are living on and for the things that we take for granted. Sometimes people don't get even electricity for like days. And to charge a phone, you have to go to different town or different part of the city or somebody's house. There's so much that needs to be done around the world, and I think OnPassive is going to be the major thing that is going to conquer the gap that the humanity has created over the past 200 years.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. I appreciate all your wonderful words. I know where you came from. I know where you're going. That's all we need to worry about. We all know where we're going. Okay, now, I know Jocelyn had her hand up. I'm going to call Vaveen next from P&G. Mohammed, again, thank you. Vaveen, please unmute yourself. And Jocelyn, if you're still on here, I would love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead, Vaveen.
Hey, how are you guys? Thank you for allowing me to speak. I've been listening on the road at the same time. There's a lot of heavy rain out here, but I just found a spot to park. So
We're dealing with that demon.
Hello?
We can hear you, Vivian. Go on, keep talking. Vivian, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Chris?
I can hear you loud and clear, Vivian. Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you.
You keep talking. Vivian, if you can hear me, we can hear you. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Once again, the internet got us. Vivian, you can listen. If you can get to a better spot, we can.
Thank you. Well, I was just listening. Yeah, thank you. So I was just on the highway in the country from where
Vivian, I apologize.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Vivian, we barely heard what you said, but I know it was good. Come on back next week and we'll let you talk again because
Can you
I
hear
know.
me now?
Oh, now go ahead. I can hear you now. And then I can't hear you. Levine, let's try, listen, let me go to another person, stay on there. See if you can get to a little better location or maybe, I know you said you was got a rainstorm or something going there and give us a minute. Jocelyn, are you still on here? Would you like to say something, Jocelyn? She might be having the same internet problems. Can you see Jocelyn on here, Lynn?
Thank you for this opportunity. Oh, man.
We'll get you,
Yes.
Renee. Just hang on. You see
Yes, Chris,
Jocelyn?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can
There you
see,
are.
I can hear you all.
Okay,
Thank you so
Jocelyn,
much.
you got the floor,
Thank you,
Jocelyn.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know Vavine should never give up. She'll keep on trying to get back on again. That is that girl from Papua New Guinea. I'd like to thank each and everyone on the panel. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk. I was teary, so I put my camera off all the time listening to my beloved sister Runai and what happened, what is happening and has been happening in her little place. And like Emily and Mary have said, and Joanne and everybody else, we all have our own share of hiccups or the story of our lives. So we're in a city, so we can access to water. We can just get up and do anything that we want to do. Some of us are blessed with vehicles to move around and attend to medical needs for ourselves or even our animals. But there are so many of our people who really don't have everything that we have and crave for. And Lynn, I believe last webinar, you asked a big question, what does on-passive means to us? And all my sisters have said it all already. On-passive means a lot to us. There'll be a lot of lives changing, even if it means just one person's life changing. That will be an impact. Water, right now, our NCD, our provincial government is doing bores and bringing home fresh water. And I don't know whether I sent you a photo, Chris, of the people around Emily's village or past that and with Mary Hula. They've got 2 bores there. And can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, all right. They drilled 2 bores for them for fresh water. And you can just see the sheer joy and excitement of children and mothers filling up their containers. And every time we talk about these things, many of us mothers cry. And I know a lot of you too have tears because it is not that simple. It's like a dream come true, so to say, or a prayer has been answered. So we've just started these projects where they're drilling water, fresh water, 22 meters right down. That's the deepest that this construction company has done so far. Some go as far as, I think Mike engineer would tell us, I'm not a technical person in that area, but listening to my husband and how he describes how far they've got to dig to be able to get fresh water. 2 villages that they've just completed, one in Barakau, and the other one now on this side. Barakau is going that way where Mary and Emily are from. And Bora is coming my way here, going this way. So they dug about 22 meters down to get water. And I tell you, fresh spring, heavenly blessed water. And the mothers and the families there are just overjoyed. They're just worshiping the people at the company who's doing all that. And the governor of Central Province, Honorable Member Robert Agarobe. There is so much that we can do, but unfortunately, a lot of complaining and saying, oh, this is all politics. But so what politics? Importantly is that water is now being delivered to people in the villages. And like rightfully how Emily said, if we can see a change in our new government coming up, we're all praying that things will go out the way that people would want to see, where we have purpose-driven leaders who will get in there to make it happen. But on-passive will do it all for us. And we are more than blessed. Our Godfather for bringing on-passive to PNG, David, and all our leaders, and all of you for continually just talking to us. There are some of us who've gone back, who've lost that passion, who've lost that ego to continue for reasons because of internet. some of us come on and then we're just dreading the moment that we could be kicked off again. And it's not fun, you know. So thank God that I managed to be still on here and be able to share what little that I can with our people. I'd like to just say here, Chris, Mother Teresa has always been in PNG families. Why? Because we have extended families. Everybody's an uncle, everyone is an aunt, everybody's a brother, everybody's a sister. And we share everything in the village. If the men go fishing, they come home with so much catch. You know, the chief will just say, okay, share it to all the houses around here. So for me, I see Mother Teresa already within us, in us. But sad to say that situations and circumstances have changed a little bit of that. But we thank God that having you all on board, it's just sort of ignited that passion again. That I teach my children, wherever we go to buy anything on the road, I tell them, buy from everybody. So they do that. And then if they're taking a while longer and they come in and say, what was taking so long? They say, well, Mom, you told us to buy from everybody, so we're buying from everyone. So I just want to say that what we do, and it reflects on our children, is blessed already. And I know I'm speaking on behalf of many Papua New Guineans. Blessed. Mother Teresa has always been in us as Papua New Guineans. I'm not saying everyone globally, but we've all come this far that I know and I believe as a Papua New Guinean, and now on Pacific, that it will just continue. There is so much that we would like to do to make a difference. There is so much that we learn from each and everyone here. I'm no Savitech. I'm still finding my way around. I press the wrong button and I get myself maybe kicked out. I don't know. But thank God that I managed to be on here. Thank you to all my Papuan sisters who've spoken and shared our cries and our dreams and our hopes. Thank you, Chris, ever so much for this platform. We're just igniting that spirit, we're igniting that passion that we are all Mother Teresa's. Thank you so much. God bless each and everyone. It's going to 1 o'clock here in PNG, so I don't know what it's like in your part of the country. God bless.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Jocelyn was in the beginning when I started, taught me a lot of Pidgin, and then she got busy with her oils and her gardens, and she's got a package.
Yeah. I've got a lot of, exactly. I've got 22 dogs, 2 cats. I've got a garden to worry about. And I've got mothers that I try to teach them about virgin coconut oil. So that's where my life is all surrounded, Chris. And sorry, we stopped our Pidgin classes.
Well, I know Jocelyn's got a package for me when I get to PNG that I'm going to take home. So she don't you think I didn't forget about that, Jocelyn? Thank you, Jocelyn. Okay, let's try Vivine one more time. Vivine, you want to try to unmute yourself again? I see you're unmuted. Can you hear me, Vivine?
Yes, I can hear you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak again. I'm just out in the country at the moment in a little town called Ferguson Valley. And so it's pouring down rain, and I was on the road when I last spoke. But anyway, I found a spot. I'm in a little town where there's good reception, and the clouds are a little bit clear and not a lot of raindrops. So I'm glad you can hear me. Look, I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed and at the same time so pumped with excitement. It's not even funny. My people, honestly, I live in Australia, but I am originally from Papua New Guinea. I was born and bred there until I married and left town. Anyway, that's a long story, but my country ladies there, they've all said it all. So I'm not even, I won't go there, but I'm so excited that the fact that Chris, you and all the angels, let me say, you guys are angels on planet Earth doing what you're doing and bringing us out of our miseries, if you like, to this big bright light that's about to hit us with on passive and all bless. Speaking of all bless will come to us and bless us in so many different ways. But the fact that having found the positions and having this income coming in on a weekly or hourly or even monthly basis will sort out so many things on a daily basis. So that on its own is very exciting. And some of the ladies have mentioned that we over 8,000 or 1,000 different languages and cultures all put together in one. And we've got all kinds of terrains in our villages and provinces that are unreachable. And knowing that we will be able to afford these big, massive trucks that can break through the mountains and create roads, feeder roads come to main roads and get our fresh produces and everything else to the main markets. That on its own for our people, that's very so much. I don't know what to say. And it really excites me, and I just don't seem to get my words in order, or what I'm trying to say is that I'm just so excited and so happy for my people, because I've left the country so many years ago, but my heart is just full of sorrow knowing that my people back home is still in poverty, and that makes me a little bit guilty, because having to live a life that is very comfortable compared to my immediate families from where I come from. And knowing that ONPASIF is there, Oblast will be there. And it's just everyone's gonna be on the same level, and we will all not go hungry. I was listening to Julie when she mentioned how she was growing up, having to share a bed or a room. That was me as well, growing up like that. And very funny, sometimes when we share the same bed, the same mat, or same mattress, or same pillows, these little lies, you call them, these little nits that fly from head to head. Oh my goodness, that's, I can remember all of that. And so it's very different now. It's going to be moving forward with all our plans, and it's just going to be heaven and earth. Like, I don't know what it is in which book of the Bible, but I remember reading one of the passages saying that you can create your own heaven on earth. And I believe that, and it's coming. It is going to be. Well and truly, we will come past all of that. So thank you so much. I love you, Chris. You're always loved by everyone, and what you're doing as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vavine. I'm glad that you got on here. Great words, great support for our people, I'm going to say, because we're all one. But I love always to hear your voice and what you're saying. Now, what happened to Richard? Did we scare him off? Is Richard still on here? Did we lose him? I just texted him, but he's not responding.
He doesn't seem to be in the panelists.
Is he in
anymore.
attendees?
Let me look. No,
Richard.
he isn't. No, he might have gotten booted out.
Okay. I texted him, so if he sees it, we'll get him next week. Okay. It is just a little bit after 11. We actually did really good. I want to do some shout outs and thank yous. Number one, for Lynn Nakamoto and Julie for running the panel, and for Lynn Advertising. I appreciate you always for doing that. I want to do a huge shout out for Michael, Engineer Mike, we call him, but I think he wants to be Michael now. So we'll call him Michael, whatever he wants. You did an excellent job helping Runa out with those pictures, brother. I appreciate it. And Runa, and to all my Papua New Guineans out there, I'm very proud of all of you for what you're doing. I know some of you live in a little harder parts like Runa, and I know some of you had difficult times in certain areas. We're always praying for you. And yes, Oblast is coming, and it's going to help out a lot of things. And I'm glad to be part of all that without getting emotional about it, because it's emotional for me. One of you said the distance. Kids had to walk 2 or 3 miles through the bush to get to school and try to get on a bus. In America, our parents used to tell us, and then we told our kids, when I was your age, I walked through snow this deep, and the way you said it tonight, it doesn't even compare, because yes, I did walk in snow to school, but it wasn't far. It wasn't days away. It wasn't hours away. It wasn't miles away. It was about half a mile. And we used to whine about it. That's how sissified a lot of us are, if I can use that word. And we don't really see, this is the stuff they should teach you when you're in first grade, that you got it good. That's what the first thing they should teach you. You have it good. There's a lot of people that don't even have this. So keep thinking that way. Okay, we got another hand up. This will be Nelson. You're the last one to talk, my brother. Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hi, good afternoon from the Philippines. I just wanted to be frank and straight that Papua New Guinea we are still we are in the third world part of the world, and as Big Sister Johanna has mentioned that we have 8,000 members all in join with on passive, and we hope that through the grace of God in everything that comes on hand by our team, through the blessing that comes through Brother Us, and of course Chris is out there to promote everything for us, and Sister Lynn Nakamoto and Julie and everybody there, Chris Johnson, plus all of you who are there to help us. And thank God that we hope that the blessing from the Oblast will help us in Papua New Guinea to enhance our lives. Most of our 19 provinces of the country, we are still in the area where there is no roads, there's no proper water system, no proper clinics, hospitals, roads, bridges, whatever you name it. But if by God's grace and when our business will springs up, well, it's already here. God will help us through all the 1,300,000 plus members will help us to join hands together and to see my beautiful country, Papua New Guinea, can move on with some of the things. And the only thing that I wanted to say is, my countrymen, Papua New Guinea, always lift your heads up, even though we are still way back, even our government is not doing much for us in the rural areas. But praise God that God has brought Brother Us with his lovely heart across the entire whole world. And Papua New Guinea, we are one of those people that he has heart for. And through our leadership council that they have been putting all things together and trying to help everybody all throughout the world through the Oblast, that is very, very good already for us. And those of you, all our partners, brothers and sisters all over the world in 212 countries, may God bless you all for putting your hearts and looking at us, Papua New Guinea. We pray that God will enhance your hearts to be part of us as our person in charge, Chris Johnson. The heart you have is the heart of God. As we all say, God has give to every it's an of us, but God has blessed you, Brother Chris. Whatever you are doing that is totally from the heart of Christ. You are giving out, you're helping out. So your coordination for us in Papua New Guinea is very, very much needed. And I just wanted to thank God for our leader in Papua New Guinea, David Bakau, my brother-in-law. I pray that all of you founders support our leader, whatever he does, whatever he says there. Let us all put hands together as we Papua New Guineans. Let us put hands together and see the vision of Brother As Mufare go out through the entire whole world where there is Oblast. Let the blessing of God flow like a river. Amen. God is good. We have to understand that. God is always good for us. Whether we live in a poor area or rich area or wherever we are, God has combined us together to be real and to stand together and to bless others. Okay. Thank you, Sister Lynn Nakamoto, for always being in contact with me to hook me up to my people in Papua New Guinea. God bless your heart. And whatever you guys are doing, all of everybody out there, I would say, all of you brothers and sisters watching right now here, attending right now, God really bless your hearts. Let your hearts sprout up like mushrooms, and let the blessing of the Lord go throughout the whole world through you, brothers and sisters. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Nelson. Amen to that, my brother. And I have a
Hallelujah.
saying, hallelujah.
Praise God.
Put God first in everything you do, and your life will be so
Amen.
much
Amen.
better.
Amen.
Nelson, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Great words. All right. This is the last hand I'm calling. Anyone raises their hand, I'm going to put it down. Armin, go ahead, buddy.
Hey, what a miracle, man. 1,000,003, over 1,000,003, and I get invited here. Holy crow. Thanks very much, sir, Chris. You're amazing. What a presentation. I just thought of something. On passive is like a rock. Jesus Christ is the rock I stand. Any other rock is sinking sand. And I believe on passive is the rock of Jesus Christ. He's inspired the lovely Ash Wednesday, Mr. Ash Mafura. He's given him this drive, this ingenious invention to change the world. Come on. Oh, that's all I got to say. God bless you all. I can't thank you enough. Thank you, Francesca, for inviting me in here. You saved my life, baby. Thank you.
Thank you, Armin.
Thanks, Chris.
Words. Beautiful words. I love that. I'm going to
Well,
write
you're all
that
great.
down because I like it. Armin, thank you very much for raising your hand. We all needed to hear that, I think. No matter what you feel or how you believe, I'm sorry, I am a Christian. I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus Christ. If you don't, it's okay. I'm still going to love you. I hope you still love me. I'm going to respect you, respect me, but I am a 100% Christian guy. So, and I'm not afraid to say it. Richard Lemuth just texted me. He's listening on YouTube. He said he had a power failure, and he wanted me to tell you he loves you all from the bottom of his heart. So thank you, Richard. Guys, it's been wonderful. Runa, PNG, we love you. We're going to support you. You see, you got a lot of support on here. We got a lot of people watching on the YouTubes, which is really cool. And I thank you. Next week, guys, Tuesday, I'm going to be out for a few days, and I won't be back till Thursday. So what I'm going to do is probably postpone Tuesday, and I'll talk to Robin. I should be back on Thursday. If Robin has nothing going on her show, we could, if she lets us, if she doesn't have nothing going on, we could probably continue it on Thursday. But I got some business I got to take care of for a few days. And just try to remember that. I'll post it in the back office that day that postponed until the next date. But I got some more bigger things coming our way. Some pretty amazing people. God bless you all. I love you. Remember this. Together we are strong. Thank you for the Ann Sullivans, the Runas, the Marys, the Dr. Bennies, the Julies. I'm thanking the women right now. I know there's some great guys out there, but I'm thanking my beautiful, the Rupa Pauls. All right. I'm thanking my sisters who have kept Oblast a lot tighter, a lot stronger. I love you guys, but these sisters, they're coming out of nowhere and they're just rocking it. So keep doing it, keep sharing. And I love you. And I will see you guys all when I get back. And we're going to Oblast up. Remember that. Thank you, Lynn, Julie, for running the piano. Michael again, Runa. Woo! Everyone turn on their mic and give me a hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
That's what I wanna hear.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
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 everyone.
Webinar.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you. Take her easy. Bye now. We'll talk to you later.
Hi, PNG.